record, and do it. There we go. All right, so we are going to finish up our phone etiquette stuff today. I'm not saying that you're never going to see it again, but for right now, we're going to finish up. So the 7 rules for medical office phone etiquette. The behavior of your medical office staff on inbound and outbound calls. It's kind of talking to the doctor or the office manager, but I think that some of the points are so good that we're just going to continue on with it. Inbound and outbound calls can have a positive or negative impact on your business. Whether a receptionist is scheduling an appointment or a nurse is answering a question, excellent phone etiquette and customer service is required to prevent patient attrition and spread of negative word-of-mouth advertising. Ask your staff to follow these 7 rules of etiquette. Oh, I'm admitting Miss Sue now, guys. Hang on. 7 rules of etiquette when dealing with patients, vendors, colleagues, and others on the phone. Who thinks they're going to have any problem with phone etiquette?
Can someone be
Not me.
please? Wishy-washy stuff.
I'm sorry, Kelly, I didn't hear that.
I said there's so much background noise I can't really hear.
Oh, that's not me. I'm quiet, so.
Okay, I'm muting. I don't think it's me, but I'm muting.
Okay, so our next slide is fast on the phone. Answer inbound calls as quickly as possible before the 3rd ring to prevent a caller from thinking the office is understaffed. Too many rings is unnecessary irritation and waiting patients and can create a negative office atmosphere, and impress upon your staff that everyone in the office should assist with this issue. We're going to go back and talk about that slide and about how, you know, if you have 100 phone calls coming in, what are you going to do? So we'll go back and talk about that. Friendly and professional. All of you guys pretty much are friendly. So I don't think that we're going to have an issue with friendly. And remember, if you're smiling when you're answering the phone, it sounds like you're smiling. So greet callers in a friendly, professional manner with the office and staff member name. Good afternoon, Thousands of Smiles Dental Office. This is Jacob. How may I be of assistance? Smile during every call, as smiling can naturally improve the voice to make it seem more energetic and friendly. Can't you tell I'm smiling? Avoid eating or chewing gum while talking, as the noises can be most unpleasant for the person on the other end of the phone line. Appropriate volume and speed. This is an area that I struggle with because I'm loud just by nature. And so sometimes I can blast your ear off. So you need to speak in a low tone, use a moderate volume and speed to convey words in a clear, understandable way. Raise tone or volume to emphasize a point or to clarify as the situation dictates. For example, a staff member might raise the volume of his voice for an elderly patient who asks him to speak up. Be polite when placing a caller on hold. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because we did an entire video on that, but you're going to ask for permission. For example, after the greeting and determining the caller's name, a staff member might say, Miss Anderson, I'm assisting a patient on the other line. May I please place you on a brief hold? And then you wait for her answer. Tip. I'm admitting to Mia. Hang on a second. Okay. Advise office staff to always check back with the caller on hold within a specific amount of time to reassure the caller that he hasn't been forgotten. When you get to your facility, they're going to give you their rules and regulations on wait times for everything. So it's usually about 3 minutes. Okay, how come this is not? Ah, there we go. Use plain English. Guys, if you have a dictionary vocabulary, everybody doesn't need to know it. You also do not need to use slang or jargon. Most people do not know medical abbreviations, so you need to make sure that they understand what you're saying. Attentive listening skills. You know, I always say try to listen more than you talk. Listen to the caller or call receiver attentively to determine the best way to assist and to show interest and concern. You need to advise the staff members to take notes while listening. That's what I tell you guys, always have a pen and piece of paper wherever you are. Wait for the caller to finish speaking and repeat the key points or ask questions to clarify the caller or the receiver's statements. And satisfying call closure. Close the call in a friendly, professional way. For example, thank you. I will make certain the doctor gets your message. Goodbye. Or Mr. Smith, is there anything else I can help you with? And then you wait for the answer. You're welcome. Thank you for calling and have a nice day. You guys, in all of your responses, you did great with this. And we're going to watch this little video.
Nice to see you. Please join me for a moment as we investigate the joys of proper etiquette. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, enough of that. Business etiquette is not about wearing gloves or holding your pinky out when you sip tea. It's the rules of good behavior that make everyone feel confident, comfortable, and safe in your office. It's the guidelines you follow to show the patient and your coworkers respect. To make sure your behavior follows the simple rules of business etiquette, make sure it's polite, prompt, and personal. Let's begin with polite. That includes simple things like saying, please, thank you, yes ma'am, no sir. And when a patient is upset, it means saying I'm sorry. There are also individual words that have more of a ring of professionalism and respect. So, Evie, you're done with your yearly overhaul? It's nice to have old patients come back. Makes us feel like we're doing something right. I love that shirt of yours. I was going to get one like it, but the old paycheck didn't stretch as far as it should have last month. I suppose I should lay off the coffees in the morning, but I'm hooked. I'm hoping to get a raise soon if Dr. Waite can loosen the purse strings a little. Well, let's see what the damage is. All right, that'll be $74. Ouch. A level of formality in your speech and your choice of topics is preferred by most patients and will help to make them feel more confident in your overall abilities to care for them. What may sound stiff to you sounds reassuring to patients. Yes. Goodbye. Are you all set to check out, Ms. Napier? It was so wonderful to see you again. I hope you had a good visit with Dr. Waite. Now, if you'd like to settle your account today, the fee is $74. Sometimes it's hard to get in. Polite behavior is holding open a door, smiling when you speak with someone and looking them in the eye, listening without interrupting. It's simple things that make people feel like stars. Now, how about prompt? Respect for time shows respect for people. Be prompt when answering the telephone, returning telephone calls, greeting patients when they come in, and seeing patients for appointments. Be prompt by having everything ready for your day the night before, or arriving early enough in the morning to calmly get everything ready for the first patient. And now, personal. These are the special touches that will help the patient truly know that you recognize them not as a diagnosis, appointment time, or chart number, but as a person with feelings, needs, and expectations just like yours. It's taking the time to walk out to greet a patient in the reception area instead of making them come to you. It's letting them know where you're going when you leave the room or walk away and how long you'll be. It's acknowledging and appreciating another's presence. Thank everyone who calls the office. Thank you for calling Dr. Waite's office. Thank everyone who visits your office. Thank you for coming in today. Acknowledge those who are first-time patients or who have referred others to your practice, or even those who have brought a problem to your attention by sending them a handwritten thank you. Never take a patient's presence for granted. Follow the rules of business etiquette. Polite, prompt, and personal. This educational experience is designed to help you identify ways to treat your patients like stars.
Okay. So, do you guys think that you're going to have a problem with any of those things? I need some of you to actually unmute and kind of talk to me.
No.
I think these little videos, I know they're funny, right? This lady is really funny with her wig on and the way that, but I find it so appealing just because it's interesting to watch how fun they are. And so I hope you've enjoyed watching them as much as I have. I do want to go back to the slide where we talked about fast on the phone. So what if you are in a busy practice and you have 10, 15 lines and you've got 10 of them going and you're on the phone? What do you think happens?
Confusion.
Well, can't have a confusion in a busy office. What do you think? So what's another thing besides confusion? What do you think happens?
They feel like they're not important if they're left on hold too long.
Right. Okay. Well, let me clarify the question. If you're the front desk person and you're on the phone and the phone, it's a busy morning, it's a Monday morning, everybody needs to get in to see the doctor this week, and you're on the phone and the phone continues to ring and you're still on the phone and that person does not agree to hold, what do you think happens? You're going to have backup staff in that medical office. Everybody is on the same page about how many times that phone rings. So a lot of times there's a front desk person. Let's say you're a biller and a coder in the office. You're the payment poster, whatever you are. There are other people that can hear that phone ringing. So say, okay, so let's see, Miss Lisa is our receptionist. Jordan is our coder. Kelly is our insurance adjustment person, our insurance, what do you call them, authorization person. So Miss Lisa's on the phone and the phone continues to ring and you are all in a team member in the same facility. What are you going to do if it rings past 3 times?
Answer that phone.
Yeah. Kelly or Jordan or another person in the facility, they're going to pick up that phone because it's everybody's responsibility to answer the phone in a facility. Miss Lisa cannot answer 10 phone lines at the same time, right? And we know that proper etiquette and proper proper phone etiquette dictates that we have to ask a patient to hold. And if they say no, the etiquette says you can't put them on hold. You can't say, tough stuff, sister, hold.
That's right.
You have to finish that call. But then what happens to all those other callers? That's what backup staff is for. So
They hang up.
Yeah, they'll hang up and they'll call somebody else and get in to see another doctor. So any questions or comments about this?
Right.
I know that, like with my children's pediatrician's office, the 2 main front lines for answering the phones was the front receptionist and the checkout receptionist.
Right. But then there's always someone else that you don't see. That everybody in the office, I mean, even the doctor can hear his phone ringing off the hook and it's not being answered. That's lost business for him. So there's going to be a plan in place wherever you go for how to handle phone situations. Hey, Kelly, at the hotel, if you're on the phone and you can't answer another line coming in, is there somebody there to back you up to answer the phone?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Not
yeah.
during COVID, though.
No. At ACS, we had assigned phone days because, not being in a busy facility, we didn't have to have someone on the phones all the time. We had phone bank operators that would direct people to our departments. But what if I was on the phone with a Red River cardiology patient and they were sending another patient through and it rang and rang and rang? We all knew that even though it wasn't our phone day, if that phone was ringing and no one else that was their phone day that day could get to the phone, we picked up the phone. It's everybody's responsibility. So there's going to be a plan in place for that. And when you get to your facility, they're going to let you know what that plan is. So, polite. How difficult is it to be polite to a person that walks up to your window and says, I'm not waiting. I want to see a doctor right now. And they just go straight into a rant. or if your doctor's had an emergency, which all doctors have at some point, and they have to be rescheduled and they don't feel like you're valuing their time. Can you get mad back at that patient? No, you can't. Even if you're in a coding office, how many times did I get a call that said, excuse me, but you billed me wrong and now I have to pay? Guess what? You know what I want to say? What do you know about coding and billing? Excuse me? No, you can't do that. You'll say, oh, I'm so sorry that this has happened. Let me pull up your account and let's take a look together at what's going on. You have to, because irregardless, that is a paying, I'm going to say customer. It's a patient, but they're still customers. Some of us know about customer service, right? I'm laughing at Pork Chop. She is walking through somewhere shopping while she's listening to our class here. Anyway, so any questions about this? No? Okay, be expecting Monday morning. You'll have a video on what's coming up for the week. And I'm gonna start doing that, you know, sort of like our to-do list on the board. I'm gonna start giving you a to-do, you know, it's gonna be just the assignments that are coming up. You'll still get your daily assignments of what to do, but I kind of want to start moving and amping up our Zoom and our classes. So I want to make sure that you guys understand what we've got coming up, okay?
I have a question.
Okay.
I know we have some people that are slated to be going out. Do we know when, and can we do our own end of clap out for them?
Absolutely. Well, Jordan will be leaving on the 19th to be her last day. So let's plan to clap Jordan out. What's the 19th? It's Tuesday. So let me get together a time where we can have a virtual clap out party for her. So I will be sending on Monday when I give you your rundown for the week. I will give you the time that we're going to do that, okay? All right. If there's nothing
I just think it'd be
else,
kind of nice because, you know,
I have a question.
I had some things that I was going to kind of post out. Don't worry. We're going to get something figured out.
Miss Marsha,
Yes, ma'am.
are they going to set a date for those at the school once it reopens that can actually go and do?
The clap out?
Yeah.
Jordan, are you going to come back up to the school to do a clap out after you finish? They're not going to come. Once they're done, Miss Sue, they're ready to go. I mean, I'm sure that we could, you know, do that. I would love to have if it depends on how many students grad out before this is done. But what I was kind of thinking is that at some point we could just have like a little reception for NBC people that have gradded out, just to kind of get back together and be able to congratulate them on finishing the program and that kind of thing. What do y'all think about that?
I think that'd be cool. Because I think we have about 4 or 5 that are going to grad out either right before or right after we go back.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, so I was already kind of thinking, I had thought about, well, maybe we can go to the parking lot and do a clap out lunch, but then everybody has to get out. That's just too hard to do. So I'm thinking if we just, once we get back to school and we make a plan, and then I can say, okay, we're going to do a lunch, and we would like for all of you guys, you know, and we'll send out those invitations of who are going to come back and do that. So does that sound good?
What are you laughing at, Kelly?
Don't ask her any questions. None. Don't ask her questions. All right.
Laughing her brains
Listen,
out.
I know most of y'all so good that I know what you're thinking before it even comes out your mouth. So, man. All right. So, anything else, or can we call it a day? All right, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you. Talk to you Monday. Bye.
See you Monday. Bye.